Merry Christmas everybody. Yes, today is a Christmas Eve pickup video, and so as always I've got a nice mix of things to show you. I do have a few other bits to show you which I'll leave to after Christmas, but for now I've got just purely games to show you. So just starting off, I've got one PS Vita game, and that is Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus. The first one. There is a Sigma Plus 2, which I find is more common, but this is original, and I got that for I think it's about £9 or £10 in CEX, so happy to get that. Turning to the PS1, I've got a few PS1 titles. I find it so hard these days to find PS1 games, particularly uncommon ones, in a while, so a lot of these I have to bite a bullet and get off eBay and try to get the best prices I can, really. So first of all, I've got not a World of Warcraft, just Warcraft Dark Saga 2. I think this was about £12 off eBay. All complete. I think there's only one Warcraft game on the PS1. And these next two are Warhammer games, which is it's like a miniature role-playing type game, I suppose. And it got Shadow of a Horned Rat and Warhammer Dark Omen. Both of these were about £8 each. Turn to 3DS. I picked this up a couple of days ago because I realised that this game is becoming uncommon, and as a result the prices are going up for it rapidly. It is Dragon... it is... actually it's on the PS4 actually, turn right. It is Dragon Quest Builders. Now this game, I don't know how many they made, but I think it's not as many numbers as we would like. And as we saw, a lot of shops are selling out, and some are, pushing the prices up. Fortunately, Smith's Toy Shop in the UK still got lots of these, and they're selling them at reduced price of £25. So check on your websites if you live in the UK. Reserve online. Get this game now before it becomes expensive, really expensive, because I think they only had about one seller selling it on Amazon for about 60 quid or something daft, and even on eBay the cheapest price I could see was 40 quid, and most people are asking for more for this title. So yeah, it's a sort of Minecraft stroke Dragon Quest game this is, but I don't think they made many numbers because these are running out quickly. I know it's a day one edition, but I don't think there will be another edition at this rate. But anyway, while we're on Dragon Quest, I also got... This was also in Smiths, reduced to only £20, which is a bargain price. Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of a Forgotten Past, which is more of a traditional RPG on a 3DS. So that looks like a really good game to play. That's a great price for 20 quid. Still continuing with the PS4 as well. Now, I've got a couple more limited run games in the post, which I'm expecting. And by the title and by their website information, you know those games are limited. But I believe there are many other limited games out there because of all the indie titles the PS4, you can get on a PS4 because of Sony's rules, relaxed rules on a number of games you can ask them to make for you. Instead of having to ask for about 50,000, you can ask for 5,000 games or whatever. So that means that there are probably a lot more limited games out there which we don't necessarily know much about. And so, as I see indie titles quite cheap, I pick them up. I've got a couple of examples here. I don't know what numbers these were released in, but certainly I don't think these will be easy to find in the future. One is Heart and Slash. Basically it's like a really difficult it's got permadeath, this game has, whereby if you die that's it, but you have to start again from the very beginning, but you sort of learn from your mistakes. That's the whole idea of this game, really. So you're like a robot trying to escape this sort of mechanical, well, it's a factory which is controlled by some sort of tyrant robots or whatever. The review's a bit mixed on this one, but still I got that for £12 off Amazon. So that's what I'm doing with PS4 titles. If I see them for about 12 quid or under, if I got money I'll pick them up. There's another one also about 10 quid from Amazon, and it is it's a bullet hell shooter with a mix. It's like a 3D one whereby you can control the direction you go in. It's pretty crazy. It's fun though, and addictive, and it is Chromia Omega. Chromia Omega. So again, I don't know if you're getting this one in the States or not, but it's a good bullet hell shooter. Not a traditional top-down one or side one. This is one whereby it's like, you know, third-person almost perspective almost, or you're in a cockpit basically. But it's pretty crazy. Well, not really, no, not in the crate. So it is third-person. You're not in the cockpit. You're behind the ship. But it is a crazy one. This is. It's unusual. It takes a while while you work out what you're doing. But if you like your shooters, definitely pick this up while you can, because you know, again, the numbers. I don't know. This other one, I think it is a UK or PAL exclusive, and that is it's narrated by Sean Bean, the actor, and that is Colat, and it's sort of inspired by some sort of mysterious tragedy in Russia, where some sort of campers or whatever went into a wild and never came back again. So I think they've turned it into a spooky type ghost adventure type thing with it. Again, I think this is a European copy only, and so I guess a lot of PS4 collectors in the States will be picking this one up. Again, I got that for a good price, for about £10 or £12 off Amazon. Right, this last PS4 game, I had to import from Japan. Or was it Chinese? No, actually. It's from a seller in Japan, but it's actually a Chinese copy, I think. Yeah, it is. It plays perfectly in English, with half the packaging is the English as well. And the game is called Shadow of the Beast. Now, most of you probably haven't heard of that before, but Shadow of the Beast wasn't an Amiga game, and I do believe there was a port to a Mega Drive, I think. It's like it's a bit of a side view. Well, not quite Ghosts and Goblins, but that sort of feel, I suppose. Platforming type game, really, whereby you play a monster and you go just keep defeating enemies and survive and that sort of thing, really. But this is like an updated version, still based on that simple concept, but obviously updated graphics and everything else. So it's a whole new game, but based on that simple premise of being a side view game. You can get this on the PlayStation Network in Europe and the States, but you can't get a physical copy. But you can from China or Japan, and it wasn't expensive. I think this was about £20 imported. So this will be a collectible game. Trust me, guys. I've got this. I will open it up one day when I want to play it. But yeah, get that if you're into your old school games, all done in modern graphics and so forth. Shadow of a Beast. Look it up if you're not too sure about it. Check the review. There's a few videos of the HD version, and this is let's play in English. So don't worry about compatibility issues or anything. You'll be fine with this. Okay, let's turn to Xbox 360. Got one Xbox 360 game. I heard of this before, but I saw it on I think it was Rebel Gamers Club. I think they picked up this game, and it's Omerta City of Gangsters. It's a type of strategy game, but based in obviously in the 1920s type American Prohibition years. So I'm not sure it was any good or not. It's done by Calypso. There's a nice indie company that does sort of interesting titles. It wasn't a lot of money. It was £6 off eBay. So happy to have that in the collection. Let's turn to a PS3. Okay. Saw this in Cash Converters. It was only $6.99. I already had the standard version, but I thought I'd pick up the limited steelbook version because it was such good condition. And that is Little Big Planet 2, a steelbook. Also, got this off from a trade with another YouTuber. I won't say his name because I haven't got his permission, but I'll leave it. Well, no, he's a good YouTuber. You know who you are anyway if you're watching. But anyway, it is Tornado Outbreak. This is actually we're packaging in Spanish, but it all plays in English. It doesn't matter. And the English PAL version of this game is quite expensive at the moment. I think it's like £20 upwards really. So to get this in a trade, I'm quite happy to do. I don't care if the packaging is in Spanish, to be perfectly honest. I started playing it. It's a Konami game, which is more the reason why I was interested in it. But simple, sort of simple mechanics. I don't think it's a fantastic game, but you know, I'm happy to have it in the PS3 collection. Right, this game I think is a USA exclusive. It's like an action fantasy game. I'm not sure if it's any good or not though. And it is called Magus. It's done by ASCII's. I don't think it's a common game, so this might be definitely an uncommon game. Certainly uncommon in Europe because we didn't get this. So to my fellow PS3 collectors, you know, I'm a PS3. I collect so many games, as you know, but I intend to play my games, so I don't collect everything, especially just because it's rare. But this one did look interesting, and I think I got it for about a tenner shipped from the States, so I thought that wasn't bad. Right, this last PS3 game I got off a seller in UK actually. It's a Japanese game. It was £25, which is a good price for this. The disc must recognise a region of a PS3 or whatever because it loads it up and it's all in English anyway. So I guess it's a bit of a it takes a while to download it off a disc. It does, but once it does, it's all in English. So you've got no compatibility problems at all, or language problems with this game. And that is the high definition version of Okami. Like I said, we never got a physical copy of this in Europe or States, but Japanese, as usual, did. So by all means, import this game if you like your Okami, and the graphics are beautiful. It's this game is it's not a hidden gem, but it's it's a bit of a cult game definitely. And this is like the ultimate way to play it. It really is. And Capcom, of course. I think this must be a sought after game in the future, Okami, because even over here the PAL copies on the Wii and the PS2, you can still go for a pretty penny. And the DS game, which is a different game I know, but that's so pricey. So get this Okami on the PS3 imported from Japan, guys, because you won't be disappointed. It is a beautiful game. Lengthy intros, I'll give you that, but once you get into it and the action, it is beautiful. Okay, last but not least, I've got two more games to show you. We've got similar titles actually. Both got the word sword or swords in the title. This one was £6 off eBay, and it's published by Rising Star. I know it's not developed by Rising Star, they just tend to publish games, but I tend to be a sucker for any game published by Rising Star because they tend to pick the unusual indie titles from abroad or whatever and just bring them to the West. And so you sort of almost guaranteed a good experience anyway. So Swords of Destiny, again, it's like another fantasy type action game. I don't think it's an RPG one. I think it's more of a, I don't know, is it more of a God of War type one? I don't know really. Maybe it's an action RPG, I doubt it. But anyway, this one, not the most common game. I don't see it in the wild, but certainly not expensive either. But this last game is shown in the background and it is expensive. I got this for a good deal for about, I think it's about 36 quid off eBay, which sounds like a hell of a lot of money for a PS2 game, and it is. But this game, it keeps its price. It is a Konami fantasy RPG type game, action RPG. and it's the Sword of Etheria. Now, reviews on this game are very, very good. So if you collect for a PS2, you do probably want to have this on your want list. But like many sought after games, you know, expect to pay a bit of money for it, because this is something, you know, you'll be lucky to see in the wild. Not impossible, I suppose, but you know, not something you expect. And obviously, if you do see another copy in the wild, do what I do and still pick it up and sell it on if you already got it. But yeah, I'm pleased to have that, even though I did have to pay 36 quid for it. But I just sort of felt in the mood to get it, really. Just in case they do go up higher in cost, which are bound to, especially with the less common games. I know there's lots of expensive PS2 games which are common, but this one is, I would say, is uncommon at least. And yeah, and of course Konami, which I tend to pick up most Konami games. I know it doesn't guarantee it's quality, but a fast share of them are pretty good though. So that's it, guys. That is my pickups before Christmas. I've got a few more to show you, and God knows what Santa will be bringing me, so I'll be showing you more of those in a week's time. Meanwhile, I'd like to thank everybody who have subscribed this year, or who are loyal to my channel. Thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. I couldn't, you know, it's not about the numbers of subscribers. It is about a community and the conversations and the support and the relationships I've built with you guys over a year. And all I can say is, guys, it's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to, you know, continuing with that in 2017. So to everyone out there in YouTube land, have a Merry Christmas. I'll probably speak to you before New Year. If I don't, Happy New Year. And please keep supporting the channel. Hit the like button if you like. And by all means, leave comments and so forth. I always like comments and so forth and replying to them, really. You know, like you know, I like to collect games, I like to play games, and I tend to, as you probably picked up, just don't go for one type of genre. I tend to go through a mix of things, you know. We'll pick a mix of games, and I'm not afraid to import a few unusual titles to show you guys, because I think that's how we learn about games. It's about sharing unusual games with each other, because that's how I've learned, you know. Nearly all the rare games that I've learned have come from information I gained from YouTube. It's not from magazines, very rarely from magazines, even though I do read a few, you know, game mags and stuff like that. But it's mostly from fellow YouTubers, and that's how we learn, really. Anyhow, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and see you soon. Bye!